as Boeing's planes remain under tight scrutiny. Now, Boeing, for its part, says it's fully cooperating with the NTSB. Our next guest here tonight sounded the alarm on Boeing safety measures before and serves as the executive director for the nonprofit Foundation for Aviation Safety. The former Boeing senior manager, Ed Pierson, is our guest. All right, Ed, thanks for coming on. Before we get into any of the details on this, I've seen before you didn't seem like you were, even now, too hot on flying in a Boeing plane. Would you take your family on a Boeing 737 MAX?
Well, thank you for having me. And yes, we've actually flown Boeing airplanes for many years, but no, I would not fly a MAX. I tell my family not to fly a MAX. And certainly as a retired Boeing employee, it's hard to say something like that to the public.
Okay, so just the MAX, or you just wouldn't fly a Boeing-made plane?
Well, right now I would not fly a MAX for sure, and I probably wouldn't fly a 787, but I've flown other 737s that I believe that were built during a different time frame and had different priorities in terms of safety and quality.
Briefly tell us your story or your history. So you were there, you're, as I said, a senior manager, and you left. You were fed up then, right? So what happened?
Yeah, what happened was I started seeing a lot of problems in the factory. This was in 2018, and we just saw a deterioration of quality. And meanwhile, the airplanes are being rushed out the door. There's huge pressure from corporate headquarters to get these planes out the door. And employees are tired, they're fatigued, they're making mistakes. There's not enough of them, parts issues, all kinds of issues. It was absolute chaos. And, I tried internally to ring the bell and get the leadership team to take action, but they didn't want to hear it. Eventually, I decided I was going to retire. And then, soon after I retired, the first crash occurred, and then spent the better part of a year trying to get the Boeing company and the agencies to look hard at the factory. And then a second crash happens, and then eventually ended up testifying. But really, the last 6 years, it hasn't been a whistleblowing effort as much as it's been to try to shine a light on everything that's going on. And I'm working with other professionals to do that, and also victim families.
So when you see these new incidents, we just went through a bunch of them, and obviously the door plug coming flying off is the most high profile here recently, but there are a bunch of other ones, as we said. How related or intertwined are all of these things versus how much is, a separate incident that should be dealt with separately? How related?
Well, these are all Boeing airplanes, but of course they're different models, and they're maintained and operated by different airlines. So I don't want to speculate because each of those incidents needs to be properly investigated. But I think it does show is the fragility that we have. We think that the airplanes, we always hear the gold standard. We're the gold standard. Well, I hate to tell you, but the gold is melting right now, and we got to take things seriously. We got to take maintenance seriously. We got to make sure that airplanes are manufactured, right. The quality is right. We got to do it all. I mean, any one of these things could cause a disaster.
What was it when you were there? You were saying people were overworked or they're tired, and is that the kind of culture that's still there? You would think they would have cleaned things up by now, but
no. I mean, sadly, that exactly what's happening. I've been told by people that work in the factory that I know that said that it's actually even worse than it was when I was there, which is hard to believe. There's a lot of talk from headquarters about safety and quality, but they rarely spend any time in the factory, walking the factory floors. If they did, they would learn a lot about the challenges that our employees face. Our union employees are the backbone of the company, and they're not properly compensated. They're worked ridiculous hours, and sometimes people make mistakes. They don't intend to, but things happen. And honestly, you don't want to be building airplanes in an environment like that. That's not how we should be building planes.
So the biggest thing you do to fix this, you're saying culturally, is you stop overworking people. That would be number one.
No, actually, that's high up on the list. My number one recommendation is that the C-suite needs to go. I mean, they are crushing the company. They're allowing the company, one bad thing after the next, and they just keep making a bunch of broken promises, and it's not happening. And the proof is in the pudding. And so I think the number one thing needs to be a big change of leadership.
Clean house. Okay, Ed, of what you speak from your experience at Boeing, and thank you for coming on tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.